Matty, we're out of the Champions League, mate.
F***ing shit. Mourinho needs to grow some f***ing balls, mate. Fellaini, why did he start? Why change a winning team? What did McTominay do wrong on Saturday? All. You put Rashford on the right. He had a f***ing mint game Saturday. You put him on the right. Why play him out of position? I don't understand it. Lukaku wanted it tonight. Who else wanted it? Nobody.
I seen Lingard, Rashford trying to make things happen, but it was hard.
Lukaku, f***ing shit. Sorry, but he needs to go some bollocks. Don't like him. Mourinho, sorry. I'll always stand by the manager, but it's not how the United play, is it?
But I can understand the United.
Look at it on Saturday.
That was just
second half on Saturday. Were it shit compared to the first?
I felt on Saturday it kind of made sense, given the way the game was 2-0 up. But here, 0-0, we start like that on the back.
Man United.
Yeah.
We play attacking football. Why play Fellaini tonight? Why? Please tell me why.
No, I genuinely, I don't get the Fellaini one. I thought the midfield selection was poor. I thought our best players were on the bench. Creative players, after that 0-0 against Sevilla, I thought, we'll come here and we'll go for him. And we just didn't.
We should have gone for him out there, and we didn't. And they've come tonight and away goals, nicked it, haven't they? Well, they've not nicked it, they play better than us. We were
I'm here with James. James, we're out of the Champions League and I'm still finding it difficult to put the words together. Can you?
Gutted. Couldn't be played. I mean, Fellaini, what's he doing? What is he doing in the centre of the park? Negative. I want to go home. I'm done. That's it.
Was it the manager's selection today then? I know you mentioned.
I think so. McTominay should have started for me. He does the simple things well every time, every single time. You know, we're just missing that in the middle of the park again today, so.
We had Pogba, Mata, Martial on the bench. Substitution just seems to come too late.
Again, always, last 15 minutes, Martial. Should have started.
I can see how gutted you are there. I know we weren't really expecting us to win the Champions League, but you expect better.
Just to get through would have been a treat, you know. Especially after the couple of seasons we've had. I just want to go.
We built up some momentum as well in the last few weeks.
Mate, yeah, we were looking fire as well. Chelsea, Liverpool, absolutely awesome, unbelievable. Different team today, just didn't look interested.
And it's the Champions League, the first game we've had here in 4 years in the knockout stages.
What do you do?
Come here, man.
What do you do, mate?
I'm here with John. John, we're out of the Champions League. How you feeling?
Adam, I'm not happy, man. I'm not happy at all. You know what the thing is, yeah? Serious, on a level. Why put on forgetful, mate? Why put him on Fellaini? Why? What's the point? Mate, you had Martial. Yeah? We had Pogba. Bring Pogba on. What's going on, mate? You know what I mean? On last game there, we done well. Yeah, second half last game, mate, it was rubbish. But we had the people there to play. What the hell? Okay, we're out of it now, yeah? But let's hope for Saturday. Fucking Fellaini. Sorry for swearing.
Is it as simple as just picking Fellaini though? Because I felt the whole intensity today was.
There's something there missing, yeah. And I'm not too sure whether it's defence or midfield. But I know, for instance, Fellaini is not the player to put on, to bring on. He's not the person.
Are you surprised he's starting in these big games, having just come back from injury? And given the fact he was offered a contract last year, still hasn't signed it, and it seems like we're pandering to him.
He should be gone, mate. He should be gone. He shouldn't even be on the. He shouldn't be on the even starting 11 or even in the subs. Shouldn't be on it. Should be out of here, gone. Sorry, mate. I know some people might think Fellaini's all right, but mate, he should be gone. And also, I don't think that the defence was good tonight neither. Why play all this back defending stuff? Get the ball in and get it in the goal. That's what you should be doing. But not like all this defensive crap and passing it back. Get it in. Do you know what I mean? What do you think of this? This ain't United, is it? This ain't United, is it? Is it not United?
I can, like, with me, yeah, like, I hear people say the United way, the United way, the United way. And I want to see the United way. But I also understand that in Fergie's last couple of years, we didn't play the United way all the time.
No, we didn't.
Having said that, it was 0-0 at home.
I know.
0-0 at half time. I think everyone could see the team need changed, and we just didn't.
Yeah, no, we didn't. We didn't have it in us. We didn't have it in us at all, mate. And you know what? Seriously, he needs to get on that drawing board and sort something out. Seriously.
Cheers, man.
I'm gonna go, man.
What went wrong today? If you could say one or two things that went wrong, what would you point that at? Because we came into it in confidence.
Yeah, there was just no enthusiasm. It didn't seem like there was any intensity in the game. I'd have rather have had the last 15 minutes of United playing like that from the offset, 20 minutes playing football like that, and then sit back and try and soak up some pressure and try and slow the game down. Nick a goal, then slow it down. But Not like that. Against Seville. I mean, come on, we done Liverpool 2-1. You know, come back against Crystal Palace. And then for that, it's just shocking. They're going to get knocked out next game. Terrible.
What do you make of that?
Shocking. Why put Sanchez in the team? Lost balls against Palace, lost ball against Liverpool. He's been our worst player since he signed. Why put him on? Martial's come back from injury, playing well. Put him on the wing, Lingard in the middle, play like that.
It was absolute piss poor, really. I feel like Mourinho's arrogance got the better of him today. With the whole beef with Frank de Boer. It just weren't good enough after the result against Liverpool. Obviously he was confident, but he was overconfident, and you can see with the selection tonight he just thought, oh, it's Sevilla, we'll beat them. They're just another team.
If Lukaku comes from up front and comes to the holding midfield role and picks the ball up, then the ball goes out wide, who's in the box? No one. So he tried to take the scruff of the neck by bringing the ball down, using his strength, which we didn't in November time. If this had happened, everyone had been on his back because his touches were awful, he didn't do anything, he wasn't strong enough, and he's changed his season around. And it's like he's taken one step forward, and we've all taken 2 steps back. McTominay doesn't play, God knows why. If he's injured, was he on the bench?
Yeah.
Then you're not injured if you're on the bench. You know, if you're on the bench, you must be over 90% fit. Start him. He was great against Chelsea, he pocketed Hazard. He was great against Liverpool, he made nothing. He let Liverpool have nothing in the midfield. Why not start him? He did a job on Banega over in Seville in one of his first ever Champions League games. Why not start him? Why isn't he starting? What's the point? You've just ruined his confidence, because he'll come in against Brighton now, it'll be a bang average mediocre performance, and they'll either turn us or it'll be a 1-0 scruffy win, and the fans will leave go, oh, we've got a cup semi-final. We should be in a Champions League semi-final. They'll draw Roma, they'll draw Shakhtar, whoever, and we'll be looking at that going, oh, we could have had Madrid in the semis here. You know what I mean?
It's true. I feel your pain, Tom. How you feeling after that one?
It's embarrassing. I mean, after Liverpool at home, we smashed them. Brilliant defensive performance after going 2-0 up. And then tonight, they looked like individuals. It just didn't look like a Manchester United team. That's what hurt me the most. I know that Sanchez has only had a few games, but come on. Pogba, you've been here almost 2 seasons now. Come on. I mean, he grew up here, but he doesn't look like he cares about the club. And where do we go from here? I mean, Jose, his defensive tactics, I agree with them when we're winning, but going out there away the other night against Sevilla a few weeks ago, that was disappointing. But then tonight, you've got to attack. The crowd was screaming, attack, attack, attack. Where was it? And it's just individuals all over the pitch, no team. It's not a team out there anymore, and I don't know what it's going to take to make it a team. I mean, with the lineup, I don't normally moan about the lineup before the game, because I think, you know, Mourinho is the best manager in the world, right? He knows best, but Fellaini, I'm not sure about that. I think we have a lot more balance when we have Matt on the right, Sanchez on the left, and Lukaku through the middle. Obviously, I love Martial and Rashford as well. We can't fit them all in, but I think we start need to balancing out the team a bit more. But yeah, ultimately, so disappointing to go out in the last 16 to Sevilla as well. I mean, it's not even a big club. Come on, this is Manchester United. We should be beating teams like this.
100%.
It's very disappointing, Adam.
Thank you very much.
This shows, right? Lingard and Sanchez cannot play together. They both want to play through the middle, they both want to collect the ball, they both want to beat 2 or 3 men. And you saw it in the second half, Ashley Young's picking the ball up, Sanchez just runs towards him, cramps up the space. We're begging for someone just to make a run in behind.
When
I would drop Alexis, to be honest.
You would. Too long. And they both dropped too deep, and it got so ridiculous at the end that we had Mata taking the ball from De Gea. Mata was at centre back. What's going on?
Man, honestly, he was last man at the back. You saw him picking up ball from De Gea.
What did you make of it overall? I'm coming to you next, Al, all right?
Honestly, no, I think like with Jose, that's what you get. That's what you get. When you set out your team in the first leg like that, weren't to defend, that's what you get. You can't then play your own game in the second leg. You have to. And the thing is with Jose, like I'm not saying Jose out, let me not say that, but you start off this game, half-time, 0-0. Where's the intent now? Where's the intent? No, he's still playing that. He's still keeping it tight. We're Man United. No, we're Man United. When he was at Real Madrid, was he playing like that? Was he not bringing like the attacking flair into the game? No. Like the thing is, with Man United, we should be strong. We should be fighting. We should be like one of the best teams in Europe. We should have like a reputation, which we have. But this team, the squad that we have right now, we're not playing like that.
Reputation's taking a battering.
It is right now. And look at that, that's Sevilla. That's Sevilla. And we did not look. We had 2 shots in the first.
Blessing in disguise, and we haven't gone through.
No, but the thing is, things have to change. Like, as in terms of signings, in terms of like playing style, that has to change. We can't be approaching big games like this because that's what we get. Because, okay, second leg, right, we're better than them. We should have an away goal, 2 away goals in the bag, that then we can like sort of play our own game, play more free. The players were just so tight, so upright, just they weren't themselves. They weren't themselves today. Ashley Young kept the best player probably in the Premier League right now, Mo Salah, in his pocket. Today, who is he playing against? That guy was having a free run. And Zonzi looked like, I don't know, he looked like a prime Yaya Toure. Honestly, he was up there. He was winning every header, dominating everything in the midfield. And even like Eva Benego or whatever, he was just picking the ball up, dictating play. Who did we have? Who was our best players? We had nothing. We had nothing today.
Up, yeah? Right. Ashley Young, Valencia, Lingard, Martial, Rashford, Sanchez. That's 6 wingers on the pitch. Where's the balance?
Honestly,
Where is it? And then Zonzi bossed us. He played for Stoke. What? Are you joking?
It's true. Al, I'm glad you're smiling. You've made me feel better a little bit already, but can you make me feel better with your words? Yeah?
Yeah.
We deserve that though today, didn't we?
Yeah.
What went wrong?
I don't know.
Can you give me a hug instead, yeah? Go on then. That'll make me feel better. Cheers, man. Nice one, Al. Yo, lads, I know you lot didn't see that coming.
No, I think it was just a commitment today that let us down. We showed in the last 10 minutes that when we attacked, we got the goal pretty easily. But we just sat off for 80 minutes until they scored. And then that second goal was appalling. It was just a poor defensive performance, poor midfield and poor attacking. All game.
Was it the players or the manager today?
I mean, I think we had the players to do it. So I have to blame the manager really, because them players, Sanchez, Lingard, Rashford, Lukaku, they're going to attack, aren't they? They're there, probably best attackers in the league. So I don't understand why we didn't attack more, and why take McTominay out when he's been performing so good, and put Fellaini in. Rashford was brilliant on the left on Saturday, then put him on the right. I just don't understand the tactics behind it at all.
How are you feeling after that one?
Horrendous, absolutely diabolical. No,
Even the crowd felt it today, innit? The crowd was a little bit flat, and I think it rubbed off from the team.
frustrated all the way through the game. Fellaini's horrendous. He needs to go in summer. He's some of the deadwood we need to get rid of. I don't know why he's took McTominay out at all. Just he's been so consistent over these last few games, and why is he playing Rashford on the right when last game he's had an absolute blinder on the left?
I can feel your pain, man. Is the season kind of dead now? We got Brighton on Saturday in the cup. We can get to a semi-final, but were you expect? I know we weren't expecting to win the Champions League, but we were expecting to get through.
Season's been dead since Christmas. Just horrendous. I don't think we've had as bad a season everyone's talking about. It's just City have been that dominant.
But then things like today don't happen.
Yeah, but just so many sloppy mistakes. Pogba was horrendous when he came on. He needs to sort himself out badly.
Charlie.
Yeah.
What are you saying after that?
Right, it felt wrong from the start. It felt wrong from the team selection. It felt wrong from the fact how we lined up. Where was the game plan? We can't expect to be negative and sit back for 80 minutes and then when they score try and throw on for 2 attackers and take off 2 defenders. It made no sense whatsoever. And the thing is, this doesn't just feel like a loss. It's deflated all of us. There's no one here talking because we're all so upset about it. It
feels like people don't even want to get angry, really.
Exactly. It feels like not only does it feel like it's capped off a terrible loss, it feels like the end to the season. It feels like the end to a disappointing season where we came into it with so much hope, where we were riding high with City. We were 4-0 FC, and we've now crumbled into this. We've been beaten by Sevilla, and to be fair, they were a much better team than I think most of us thought they would be. They came here, they attacked us, they took their chances, they tried to do that in Spain as well, but we can't go to Spain, not try and score, and then come here and not try and score, because if they get 1, then you've got to get 2. If they get 2, we've got to get 3. And
even when they got 1, I didn't feel like we were going to get 2. And then when they got 2, they were wasting time, and I thought, why are you wasting time? We're not going to score 3. Doesn't that say it all at the moment?
I think the thing was the fact that when we went forward immediately, we had chances, and we put one of them away with Lukaku. He should have really scored the other one. Smalling could have scored one of the other 2 that he had. But there's something wrong. And I've got to say, I said before the game, Paul Pogba needs to play in this match because he's worth £89 million. He's a game changer. And today, was he really? He played 2 passes out of touch.
He had 20 minutes.
That was but it was absolutely unexcusable, Adam, because he literally came on, he strolled about, and that's the most annoying thing because we know how good he is. We know how incredible he is. And the fact that he's misplaced a 10-yard pass, it just summed it all up.
It did indeed. How you feeling?
I just think it was effortless. Players didn't look like they wanted it. None of them. Fellaini's just wank. I don't even think he could get on at League One clubs. Terrible. He's actually terrible. I don't even think Oldham would want him. He's terrible.
How you feeling?
I thought it showed it all in the first half. We were sloppy, giving balls away. Sevilla conceded 5 goals 4 times this season. There's only about 3 decent teams in Spain, and they showed there that we've done it a few times this season. Huddersfield, Newcastle, Bristol. We've lost to teams that we shouldn't lose to, and most of the time we're not fighting. 1-0 down, they shouldn't be scoring. The only one who fighted today was Marcus Rashford. I saw that he was running back, getting forward, beating everyone. Lukaku, no one needs to moan. We're losing. Get on with it.
Suf.
Yeah, man. What can I say, mate? Where do you start with that? I think, but firstly, I think they got what they deserved and we got what we deserved, and I think in parts, you think we were the away side the way we'd lined up, and it's almost as if Mourinho was that complacent that. No disrespect to Fellaini, but playing him in this kind of game after he's come back from the injuries that he's had, I think why would you do that when McTominay's fit and Pogba's on the bench? Why just go for it? And I don't think he understands what a European night at Old Trafford is about. It's about intensity, it's about the passion, it's about the fire, and it's about getting the crowd on side so that teams know that they're coming into a cauldron here where they are going to be beaten. But I think we lost the tie in Seville. It was
0-0 here with 90 minutes to go. How Manchester United, all we had to do is win today?
I think the first 15 minutes of this match, I think, showed that we were going to be in for a very tough ride, and I kept saying to my mate that actually they're going to score, they're going to score, they're going to score.
I felt like we needed them to score in the first half just to get us going.
To get us going, yeah.
They scored in 20 minutes to go, and I thought
it was
too late.
It was too late then. It was too little, too late, and it's sort of been like United's season in a way, isn't it? Too little, too late. When
is it something in that the fact that we need a goal to go behind for Jose to kind of let the shackles loose? Shouldn't the shackles be off from the start?
From the start, because we showed against Palace, for example, like actually if we do play with a bit of fire, with a bit of attacking intent, we can damage teams. Why do we need to go 2 goals or 1 goal behind? We pulled one back, and there was another chance straight after where I think Martial put it across the box, and there was no one there. Now, why was there no one there when there's players like Sanchez, Rashford, Lingard on the pitch? Why aren't they in the attacking advanced positions? Do they not want it enough? I don't know what's going on there. But I think the overall team performance, I think, was just flat. And I think to blame it on Fellaini is a little bit harsh, but
I think the selection of him.
The selection of him in this tie, almost as if we won 4-0 in the first leg and he starts Fellaini and all that. But it's not as if we've got an important game on Saturday against in the FA Cup. Now it is an important game, but it wasn't the priority. This was the priority. So why is he not playing his strongest 11 and maybe save Fellaini for that game? Do you know what I mean? I don't understand. Hopefully this is it's a learning curve. Hopefully it's kicked him in the balls and he's feeling very deflated about after this, because if he was out here right now, I think he'd be getting a bit of stick, Jose, and his
Someone might spit at him.
yeah, exactly. Slippy and spitty.
I'm here with Dave from Life the Basic Manual. Dave, we've gone out here today. I didn't see that coming. I'm guessing you didn't see that coming. And what went wrong?
I'm a bit confused. We battered Liverpool a couple of days ago, and I was expecting them to come out on the fly and do the same, but I don't know. I'm not quite sure what Mourinho's tactics are. I've not really got a football brain. I'm a football supporter. I like to watch football. I can't remember what happened 3 weeks ago, but I can remember what happened a couple of hours ago. I've said it before. I don't want to criticise Man United. I'm not here to, criticise them and make stuff out of that. But back in the day, we had a midfield. And
some would say we've got one now. We just didn't play it.
Yeah, but they don't take control of the game. They lose. They just don't take control of the game. And I've said it about Premier League players. You play Brighton or Burnley or somebody. They're nobody. We don't know who the players are. They're not famous players. But if you're playing in the Premier League, you're a top class. You're a top class athlete. And in the Champions League, it's exactly the same. These aren't amateur footballers you're playing here. These are full-time, professional, serious footballers. And if you give them time of day, they're going to do what they did today. We went out playing Liverpool. We knew we were playing a good team. You're playing a good team today. They might be, mediocre, but they're still a damn good set of athletes. And we've given them too much. We're just going to go.
Kind of felt like a League Cup game today, like where we didn't care if we went out because we had bigger things to focus on. But this was kind of our last big hope this season.
It is, yeah. And the whole of the crowd is sat on the edge of the seat. They scored the first goal. We're in deep shit. And they scored the first goal and we were in deep shit. And then they scored a second. End of story. Back in the day, I was coming here 30 years ago when you had Scholes, Beckham, Giggs in the midfield. The ball went up front, the strike, you're playing two people up front. The midfield were right behind them. As soon as we lose possession, the midfield is right back. The four of them would move backwards and forwards. The midfield's all over the place. You can't have two defending midfielders and like some guys just said, 4 or 5 wingers on the pitch and expect to hold the game. We lost the game because we don't rule the game. I don't know what Mourinho's tactics are. The guy's a bright guy. We interviewed a guy for Life the Basic Manual this afternoon, come from Portugal, a TV company, just to talk to Mourinho. Didn't get an interview. Mourinho's he's a clever guy, but what's he doing? Why hasn't he figured it out? So I'm disappointed. I've just had a burger to celebrate. It's not really my usual deal around here, but I don't want to criticise Man United. It's a great privilege to go and watch them. Everybody's excited. Everybody's frustrated. But, it's only a game, man.
Doesn't feel like that right now. Cheers, Dave. Will, one word, one name, who's to blame?
Unfortunately tonight it's got to be Mourinho. He had the team selection and the tactics with the chance to win it early on, but we didn't take it. We knew we weren't favourites to win it, but we were just happy enough with the run in the competition. So at the end of the day, you just have to move on and just go for the FA Cup.
Longest word ever. Cheers, Will. One word, one name, who's to blame?
Mourinho. He got the tactics, formation all wrong today. Fellaini should have been starting. McTominay had his best game of the season last game and took him off for Fellaini.
One name, who's to blame?
Probably have to say Mourinho again. After we saw what happened in Sevilla away, probably needed to respond a bit better at home. Didn't see that absolutely at all. He played more defensive than we should have played attack. It was absolutely disgraceful, to be honest. Just tactically awful for Mourinho.
One word, one name, who's to blame?
Mourinho. I think going away to Sevilla, going for a 0-0 draw wasn't the tactic. We should have go for it, get an away goal, take it back here, and we can play freely, you know. And tonight we had to win, and we didn't. And once they got that goal, we were out of it.
I seriously agree with you there as well. Yourself, sir?
I gotta say it's the players. Coaching staff can only do so much, but once those players cross the white line, regardless of what they've been told, it's up to them to show what they're worth to the players, to the club, and to us fans, you know. So I gotta put the blame on the players.
One name. Who's to blame?
Mourinho. Just typical Mourinho. Passing, but not the right way. Left, right, back. At the end, you see Mata taking it off to here. When do you see that? Don't even see that on FIFA, mate. It's
awful.
We were dying for it. Lukaku was the only positive I can take of that. He was trying to get the crowd going. Relates back to obviously Mourinho saying we're not helping them. You see him trying to get everyone motivated. I feel motivated by him. It gave me a bit more confidence in the team, especially when he's the guy up front doing the job. But he's just not got the support. He's not got the support he needs.
Thank you very much.